Hello, Monsters and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires Part 12 of my Settra campaign, where last time we crushed the Dune Kingdom so easily, just smashed them, jumped up and down on them, it was fine, and we've now got quite a large empire. In fact, we're actually doing very, very well for ourselves. We have a look at our victory conditions there. You can see we've destroyed the... well, we've actually got Skeletor with us, but you know what I say, keep your friends close. Keep your enemies way the hell away, just as far as you can. But we've decided to bring old Skeletor close, just so I can do my Skeletor impression from time to time, because it amuses me. And literally the only reason. Good. We need 3 Khemri wall sphinxes, which is fine. We need to build 5 pyramids, which is fine. We need 8 of these. We've already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So getting the rest should be, you know, pretty easy, to be honest. Now, we're now looking at dealing with Numas. Numas has trash, by the looks of it. Absolute garbage. We've also...
Welcome to the halls of Athaloran.
It's not Athaloran. Sorry, mate, you lost. You took a wrong turn at Albuquerque. And, but we've managed to peace out with them, which means they're not going to try to kill me, which is good, because I cannot be bothered with dealing... with what else? They're just a pain in the arse. They're just a pain in the arse, to be honest. Anyway, so we've got a stack over here. This is fine. Can we get another stack? Was I doing that? What was I doing there? No, we can't yet. Okay. I mean, money's looking very good. What do we want to do here? Do we want to upgrade this? Let's upgrade this. Let's do that. And we'll do something like that. Is there anywhere we're not taxing? Nope, we're taxing everything. Land of the Dead making us the most, which is nice. So that's good. We've got a pyramid on the go as well. It's all coming together, isn't it? So this is very exciting. King Larry, I'm going to bring you over here because basically I want you to just kind of defend all of this. He is my Western Front, and good luck to him.
My father demands it.
Does he though? Right. Okay, you come over here. I don't care what Daddy says.
Iron will.
Okay, Thoric Ironbrow is there. There's a helicopter as well, flying at... what time is it? 8:30. Who flies a fucking helicopter at 8:30? Psychopaths, that's who. Honest to God, who goes around flying a helicopter? Look at me, I've got a helicopter. I'm flying around I've got nothing better to do at 8:30 in the evening. You dick. I hope he didn't hear me. If he crashes his helicopter into my house, I'm going to be so annoyed. I mean, I've got the insurance, but, you know, the sheer amount of work that'd be required. Ugh. Just annoying. Anyway, so I'm getting... do I want to get a Necrotect? Yeah, I do kind of want to get a Necrotect, but that would spend all my jars. Don't want to spend my jars. I would... fuck it, let's get the Lost Gold of Halka. The Cities of Gold. Children of the sun. What do I do here? Growth. What's engorged? Oh, sweet merciful Jesus. What a thing to shout. Oh. Shouting that in the wrong place getting into a lot of trouble. Whew. I'm leaving to wander? Why does that give us 10 relations? So, men whose flesh still crowd their bones with hearts continue to beat. Be found wandering the land, throwing themselves upon a mercy, they beg for their lives and the freedom to return to their faraway homes. What should we do with them? Just fucking leave them to wander, they'll just die. And apparently everyone's like, that was the right decision. Everyone's handing out the Ferrero Rocher, slapping us on the back, going, good fucking job. Meanwhile, if we go, tell you what, do you want to do some odd jobs around the place? That's going to piss people off. I genuinely don't know why having a bunch of like people just wandering around the desert is going to upset anyone, especially so much. -8 public order is quite a big deal. At what point are we upset? I mean, fuck it, leave them to wander. Fuck it. Who? The Dune Kingdom. Yeah, they're dead.
Mighty Lord.
Yes.
The fates have surely selected you for greatness.
Well, that's why I'm so engorged, isn't it? So I get the fuck out of here. Savage Orcs. Over there. Okay, not a massive concern. Won't worry about that. What was I going to check? Well, I was going to check something, wasn't I? Oh yes, public order. Who's the saddest of... Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. So if the saddest is 12, then where are you? Over there. Tell you what, let's build an obelisk. Apparently having an obelisk cheers people up. Why? Couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you. Couldn't even begin to entertain the idea about why the fuck it makes a blind bit of difference. Right, we're going to raid. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. Is that going to help with the engorgement or what? Good to know. Okay, do we get the Parched Oasis? It's a little bit of money, isn't it? It's a little bit of cash. I don't know if it's worth it, though. I could get another Bone Giants. That would be quite fun. I could get the Nehekhara Citadel, but to be honest, it's a bit of a shit building because it's mostly to do with defense. And I mean, well, let me put it this way. Very rarely is a Nehekhara Citadel going to actually come in any... To be honest, if one of your capital cities comes under siege and the AI actually attacks, it's either because they know they can win, right? They have overwhelming force. Alternatively, it's because you don't... I mean, it's because there's an army nearby to relieve it. And in that case, I mean, it's just not really going to help all that much. I mean, I know the recruit rank's quite nice. Local recruit... It just doesn't seem worth it for a building slot, you know? It just doesn't seem worth it. Defences, yes, I can totally understand why you'd want defences, but I'm going to get an Oasis. And some gems? Do I want gems? How much am I trading? I'm actually making quite a bit from trade, and I am exporting all my gems. So if I get gems, then that's more gems to export, right? Well, we're in a desert, mate, so yes, it's hot. I mean, it's not really brain surgery to bring that in. You know what? Anyway, what do you do? You're just trustworthy. I'll be the judge of that. Just upgrade some buildings, don't we? Lots of gold, so we got more stuff for the war kitties. Okay, well then stop complaining about it. Okay, that army doesn't actually look too bad, all things considered. Could I run in there now and attack that? Is that sensible? Do we think, fuck it, let's go for it. May as well. Worst case, he kills us all. Worst case, he's got like 50 stacks of it looks like he's just got a bunch of dwarves with great weapons, which are not... I think we can do this. Plus, old Prince there really did a number on him. He does have one unit of Iron Breakers, but that's the only one he has. So this is fine. Does Thoric just not expand? He doesn't seem to do anything, does he? He just chills there, just sits, doesn't bother. He was doing that in my Clan Wars campaign. Hadn't really... I thought he would have expanded, but maybe... I don't know. Maybe he's just a defensive boy. Maybe his AI is broken. Who knows? Anyway. Shabti smashing down the door. Meanwhile, our infantry advancing towards the walls. Not going to worry about siege towers. Siege towers take time to build. I mean, if all of the Warhammer races stop showboating and making incredibly ornate bloody siege towers, maybe it wouldn't take so bloody long. But yeah. So anyway, we're just going to smash through the gate. And Ushabti eventually will decide to filter into the city and start carving their way through stunty little hairy bastards. You first. Well, Ushabti should be able to deal with all this dwarf infantry, no problem. We do have some... Where's that? I know there's some iron breakers around here somewhere. I know there are iron breakers around here somewhere. So the Ushabti continue to just hack their way through it. Nothing can stop them. If we have a look at the enemy. The enemy actually outnumber us quite significantly. But they're going to be hard-pressed to deal with these Ushabti with their... I can find... There we go. 62 melee attack, 61 melee defense, and 107 weapon strength. Plus, of course, they are anti-infantry. Anti-infantry, they get bonus plus 5. I mean, it's not great, but it's still 5 melee attack and weapon strength when they're fighting against infantry. Now, where are the... here they are, the Iron Breakers. Here they come. So already the Khemri guards are being pounded by the artillery. Now, the AI will target infantry units, particularly high-value ones. I think it can usually tell exactly how expensive a unit is, and will then target it. You can tell this with, like, if you start a game as Thorgrim Ironhammer, and is it Ironhammer? Thorgrim Iron. Thorgrim. It's like I'm very sure it's Ironhammer. Thorgrim. No, I'm down myself. Thorgrim. Is it Ironhammer or is this Iron Brow? There's so much iron and body parts. It's hard to remember. Anyway, the point is that Thorgrim, sorry, starts with a unit of hammerers. Now, hammerers, of course, don't have shields. They are a very expensive unit. Now, you might find that during any kind of battle, your hammerers get hammered, because every archer unit in any enemy army will target them because they have no shields and they're a high value unit. They are easy to kill for missile units, and so therefore missile units will target them. And I think the Khemri Guard are suffering from this a little bit, because every other unit in my army has shields. I mean, apart from the Ushabti, but Ushabti are harder to kill, so they will target the Khemri Guard with everything they've got, artillery and all that kind of good stuff, to try and take them down. We're going to attack these Iron Breakers before they can chuck more. They've killed 56. See the Ushabti doing a lot of AoE damage, carving through their melee defense, no problem. They're still very tanky with 140 armor. It's and 79 melee defense. It's going to take a long time to cut through that unit. Iron Breakers are a wall, and yeah, they're tough to break through. I mean, their melee attack and weapon strength is nothing to really kind of like write home about, but it doesn't need to be, because the Iron Breakers just have to sit there and take the damage. They don't have to dish it out. But the thing is, because they can sit there, they can dish it out, because their melee attack is by no means bad, and if they can't die, they will just slowly kill anything that they're sent up against. But it's not their main objective. So the Iron Breakers are just being dicks, and frankly I'm bored of fighting them. So we're going to head further into the Dwarven city. Meanwhile, our Tomb Guard are engaging the Dwarf Warriors. Of course, they have great axes, which means they are going to be doing quite a lot of damage to us. Bit of a problem. Our Tomb Guard with halbards over here have been cutting their way through multiple units of dwarves with great weapons. Ushabti pushing further in. We're trying to tie up this Grudge Thrower because it's already done a lot of damage to us, and frankly it's upsetting me. So the first things first, we need to take that thing out. You can see dwarves exploding into jam there, and then we're just going to charge headlong into this Dwarf Warrior unit. Dwarf units, again, they're quite tanky, but they're not Iron Breakers. Ushabti. We've already even sending the bows in. Because, you know, who needs bows? Our bow Ushabti have pretty comparable stats to our normal Ushabti. Which means they can pretty much mess up anything that gets anywhere near them. Plus, of course, they have great bows. Unit of Longbeards. These are upgrade. Dwarves kind of come in three levels. You have your Dwarf Warriors, then your Longbeards, and then your Iron Breakers. Should be said though that the the Longbeards actually pretty killy, especially the ones with great weapons. They can do quite a lot of damage if you let them. I mean, not against Ushabti, obviously. We're fine. Plus, of course, Settra can keep healing up our slicey dicey doggos. There's 180 kills there, 78, 92. I probably should be spreading my Ushabti out a little bit. But we're going to take the city centre, no problem. And Settra is currently running over Thoric Ironbrow, although Thoric Ironbrow is refusing to be run over, which is quite annoying. But that's fine. We'll deal with him. Meanwhile, our poor bony boys are struggling a little bit against the massed ranks of dwarf warriors. We don't have any. Well, apart from Settra, of course, we don't have any casters in this army, which is a little bit of a problem. We're trying to push Thoric over. He's not going down though, and he's just hitting us, and it's doing a lot of damage. Actually, I guess that's a problem if you put Settra in a chariot. He doesn't have much defense. He just has a lot of attack. Anyway, we'll leave a unit of Ushabti and Skeletron Prime here to help out. Meanwhile, the rest of our Ushabti are going to push back towards the gatehouse. However, we are taking the enemy city, so defender victory points are dropping, but I want to try and rescue some of our Tomb Guard units who are kind of struggling. They're kind of struggling against the hordes of dwarves. Have you look at the Tomb Guard over here? I've actually killed 77. Not bad. I mean, if you have a look, I mean, their armor isn't as good as Iron Breakers, but their melee defense is very good. The weapon strength, again, not great, but they do have armor piercing. I'm going to try and rescue them, but I think we might lose this unit. They're down to 7. That suggests to me that unit is probably lost at the end of the battle. However, you see enemy victory points now dropping down to 80, which means we'll be victorious fairly soon. But I think army losses should start to take effect. You can see the morale dropping there. And we're going to push on with Ushabti and run down the fleeing dwarves. Yeesh. That's like half my army doing that. I mean, it was the bony boy half. I only lost one unit though, so who cares? Got more armor piercing damage for the Lord's army. That's actually that's pretty good trait. Legitimately a good trait. I mean, you know, a little bit of extra armor piercing damage never hurt anyone apart from people who obviously your armor piercing. I'm gonna, you know what? Yes. Okay.
I serve king and patriarch.
Okay. That's all looking pretty good. It's pretty good.
Bring me Nehekhara's head.
It's pretty good.
Tyrant of the hag.
Okay. Well, Malice is here. I know Malice is down here somewhere, I think.
Have you grown so tired of cowering that you offer your death so easily?
Mate, I'm dead already. Just throwing it out there. Okay, well, you are at war with Cathaic, Exiles of Nehek, the Heralds of Ariel, the Order of Lawmasters, and Tyrion. None of those factions are anywhere near you. So that's fun. And it's not a big problem. It's the engorgement. That's what's going on there. Any goods? Goods. Goods. Shall we get this? Let's get that guy. He seems fun. That seems fun. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Right, there we go. Fine. Lovely. We'll get Lemizash, because he does good Ushabti, doesn't he? And when we could always replace King Larry. Get some Ushabti, get that proper army, and then if someone decides to attack us from that direction... This is kind of the problem with Total War Warhammer in many regards, is that the difficulty is entirely dependent on what goes on in other areas of the map. I've had some campaigns that are ridiculously easy, and others that are punishingly difficult. And they can sometimes be the same factions. Well, we're not getting much replenishment out here, are we? Okay, we'll head up towards the Lost Plateau. My guess is that what's-his-face has got that one. You know, thingy, majiggy, that, you know, him, that one. Yes, we will do that. Wait, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. That's what I wanted to do. That's it. Right, do that. And we'll get Arkan in to come and help. It's fine. It's not the wrong part. Right, what have we got? Right, a raid against us. It's quite a large blob of, I'll be honest, skeletons. It's entirely skeletons, isn't it? Arkan, where the fuck up? Get up here. What is your problem, mate? Right, are you now in range to help? Okay, that's more like it. God damn it. I swear to God. Facing off against a lot of skeletons. A lot of skeletons. But we've got more skeletons. Well, do we have more skeletons, or do they? No, they've definitely got more skeletons. They've got almost 5,000 skeletons. However, we have something they don't. A big skeleton, just a huge one. Look at him. He's huge, massive. Don't be scared, buddy. It's fine. I think he's got stage fright. You know, he went to pull his bow out, but then thought better of it. Oh. Got a massive bow, mate. Huge. How the fuck do they make these things? I mean, just... is he just a giant? A dead giant they found? Just been like, hello? Oh, we got some Ushabti spawned in the midst of us because we've killed so many skeletons already that Ushabti has popped. Now, Khalida has unfortunately decided to enter the settlement. Then the gate closed behind her. So, and I really hate it when this happens. Because it's such bullshit. But I realise that there's no real good way of... Because either you let the enemy open the gates, or you don't let them... I mean, personally, I'd say you maybe don't let them through the... Like, there's just a wall there. You can't go through the gates, even if it's open, unless the gate's destroyed. That's what I'd say. Because I guess sometimes, like, units will go through that barrier because they'll have, like, a launch attack. I mean, Khalida does that, right? She does have, like, this attack where she launches herself forward. And I guess in that case, you know, you probably just go straight through that. But... yeah, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but I realise that there might be no good way of dealing with that. The enemy lord is already wounded, apparently. He carked it. Lots of arrow in the side of the face. That's not going to be good for him. And our infantry just climbing the walls. We've got no problem. I just want to point this out, though. So you kind of have this little hill here, which is fine. You can come down here. There's a little door here, because you go straight through there. Then you can go straight through the door on the other side. And at that point, you're basically inside the city. Now, I don't want to say that we shouldn't, you know, be gentlemanly and attack the gates as they want us to. But I feel like maybe we could go around. I mean, or, you know, here, basically. I feel like there's a few places in this defense where we could we could just climb over that sand dune, couldn't we? There's nothing stopping us there. There's not even any walls between these bits. Just wander through them. I mean, this is defensible as fucking Swiss cheese, isn't it? So that's fun. Khalida has survived somehow. She took a big old beating, but she took a lot of guys with her. This Hyro Titan, though, is being a real pain in the ass. Jeez. Pain in the asp. See what I did there? I mean, they don't do much damage, but they do have laser eyes, which is pretty metal. Go on, do laser eyes. Do it. Do the laser eyes. Meanwhile, we're pushing into the city centre. Nothing really to stop us here. We've taken the walls. That's no problem. We've got plenty of our Tomb Guard, and they've just got basically skeleton warriors. They do have some Tomb Guard down here, though, to be fair. They do have Tomb Guard with halberds, so they could be quite nasty. But we have definitely taken the gatehouse. There's nothing really to stop us from continuing our rampage. Kind of need to take out that Hyro Titan, really, but if we can just push on towards the city centre, take that out, we should be absolutely fine. Go on, laser eyes. Do your laser eyes, you big bastard. Don't hit me with your staff. Do the cool thing. Go on, do it. Do it, do it, do it. You're rubbish. Anything? No? You're just going to chuck some magic at me, are you? It's not really going to do anything, is it? It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. Arkans, or should I say Skeletors, turned up to summon some skeletons. Some skeleton warriors. He's just going to get them in the back there. I'll cause them to be a little bit... It'll perturb the enemy skeletons to be attacked in the rear by enemy skeletons. So they'll be like, oh no, skeletons, without realising that they themselves are skeletons. We've got some of our Tomb Guard down here. They're fighting the Tomb Guard with halberds. Of course, the Tomb Guard with halberds are probably going to be better at dealing with our Tomb Guard because they have the armor piercing and we don't. Meanwhile, we've got big blobs of infantry down here fighting our Tomb Guard. We're going to be killing a lot of them. Taking some missile fire there, though. We have done quite a lot of damage to them. And over here we've got more units sort of trying to deal with that. They're just throwing more and more and more and more skeletons at us. And we do have the Assyrians, Legion of the Netherworld. They'll be cutting their way through them, no problem. And of course we've got plenty of Death Casters. So Death Wizards can drop their Purple Sons of Xeris directly on the heads of big blobs of skeletons, which is going to do a lot of damage very, very quickly. We do have the Crypt Keeper here. We're going to try and get the Crypt Keeper over. You can see the Hyro Titan's already a little bit sad. We're going to get the Crypt Keeper over here because you can see there's a big blob of skeletons here. Or at least there was. There was a big blob. Because although that Purple Sun sort of drifted off, he has got 410 kills. So, you know, pretty good. Did quite a lot of damage to those guys. I mean, you can see the sheer number of dead skeletons littering the ground here as we continue to push forward towards the city. That Hyro Titan is still alive. I mean, he's only killed 5. How much damage value has he done? Okay, to be fair, he has done fucking amazing. Look at that. Almost 4,000 damage value. That's actually really fucking good. He's done really well. Fair play to him. I have to give him that. Still plenty of skeletons down here. We're trying to get our halberds into the rear of them. They're still fighting some guys, and we've got some artillery shots coming in as well. That's going to be taking big chunks out of that unit. You can see they're already starting to be a little bit sad about being shot by artillery. This will be fine as we push on towards the city centre. The last few holdouts here, just more skeletons and a few actual decent units like Necropolis Knights and some Ushabti, some Nehekhara warriors, that kind of thing. Units that we really need to take out. I can't believe that Hyro Titan has done so well for itself. He's just 3,794 damage value. That is really good. He's actually, you know, fair play to him. Doing a lot of damage. It's just... I'm glad they added the damage value, because you might look at that Hyro Titan and go, we killed 12. That's garbage. But actually, if you have a look at what he's done, it's actually really, really good. He's been very, very effective. Did you just shoot our own... Oh, okay, you've got 63 kills. How much damage value have you done? 429. Be more like Hero Titan. Hero Titan, more like Hero Titan. Good. And as we push on towards the city centre, the rest of the... Oh no, the purple sun's gone out of... Oh no, it's it's sucking off my own Tomb Guard. That's not good. That's bad. You did get you got 567 kills. How much damage value have you done, just out of interest? 2,658. Pretty good. We're charging into the last holdouts. They're throwing everything they've got at us to try and slow down the advance, but a little purple sun is going to, yes, suck off quite a lot of those skeletons. Lots and lots of damage coming in there. Very, very effective. Where is our caster, just out of interest? Is that him there? Arkan's on 4 kills. Thyrus, 685. With 2,657 damage value. Not bad. All of these units now trying to fend off our final assault. However, we've been holding a little bit of an ace card in our back pocket. There's summoned a new Shabti popping up behind the enemy line, and of course this is going to be a real problem for them because they're now being fought from both directions, which is going to cause morale penalties across the board. And these units are then going to start crumbling away, leaving the city centre completely undefended. And the city in our hands. Yeah, it was pretty good. Not bad. We lost a couple of units, but that's okay. What did we... Oh, we lost an archer. Let's replace the archer. There we go. We've got Numas, which means we've actually got a king. We've got a king? We've got pyramids. Might have a king in it. I don't know. It's the pyramid of Prince Tutankhamun. Good. The Eternal Prince promises bounty and prosperity to his lands in exchange for glorious exaltation. Naturally. Yeah, naturally. They all want it, don't they? Anyway, so we've taken Numas, so that's good. We just have Qatar to go and grab, which should be fairly straightforward, I think. Let's give Watch Me Whip wait. No. Inscription of Repair. No chariot for you, sonny boy. Not yet, anyway. So, let us get... Yeah, I like the purple sun. We'll use that to good effects. Let's do a little ambush. I wouldn't say a sword. Wow. Did you hear that, Cleaver? Savage. So, you got more ammunition? You know what, if we get that, and then we can recruit you at rank thingy, you're all gold chevron anyway, so that works. Virus, do you want to be a keeper of law maybe? Or, oh, you know what, replenish troops. Actually pretty good. And Stone Shaper for you as well. You know what, I'm impressed that we managed to take... I'm impressed we managed... You know what we could do is actually with another Lich Priest, isn't it? Proficient Caster is... Ooh, Canopic Jars a turn. Unfortunately... Oh no, you're a Lich Priest of Lights, which would be fine. Do you want you? Panet? It's like that dessert, which is... Was it Panna Cotta? That one. Obviously, no. Okay, never mind. Let's get Pars Protection and Nest of Amentok. We'll go and put you in the army, mostly so you can help us replenish. I might actually get rid of the Khemri Guards. Get rid of them. Maybe. Or maybe one of the Boa Shabti. You know what? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. Let's get the thingy for the Necrosphinx, because why not? Seems like a good idea. You know what? One of the tougher victory conditions here could actually be getting the War Sphinxes. because we either need a fairly high level Necrotect or a max level city, and because they've nerfed growth, actually getting the max level city could take a while. So hello, why don't you like me? Is it because I'm a great power? No, you see Queek, you happen to be in my way now. Before I was happy to have an on-aggression pact with you because that way. Oh, I was trying to get the dwarves on side, wasn't I? I was trying to do that. There's someone trespassing in my territory. It's Savage Orcs. Lovely. Don't want Savage Orcs getting all up in my shit, do I? Right. Are there rats here? Yes, there are. Okay, let's put you for garrison for the moment. I'm tempted to kill you just because you're in my way. You know what? I might kill you just because you're in my way.
Bring me Neferata's head, High Queen Khalida.
That's it. You run.
Move.
Obviously, you can't run that far.
Smiles on us.
So then we'll just
At last,
bop you.
vengeance.
Let's take the jars. And then if we bring you back, we can prepare. Now, did they have another army? And if so, where the hell is it? Slightly concerned. Like, I'm fairly sure we should be fine. Oh, yeah, right, okay. I'm going to get rid of... I'll be honest, because these guys are one of the only unshielded units I have, the enemy will usually focus fire them, so I actually am going to get rid of them. So I'll pop you in there to get some extra replenishments. And what else we got? Upgrades. Oh god, we've got so much money. Now, where can I build those special... Where can I build the pyramids? So... Oh, is there... There's not one there. Where... Oh, there's one here, isn't there, at Bagar? So you know what? I'm gonna save my pennies, and there, because it will tell us where the... Katep. So we've got our pyramid here, haven't we? Which we haven't built yet. So I could knock down that and build our pyramid. So let's do that. We can build a black pyramid. So let's do that. Meanwhile, I'm going to go with Unfaded Memory for our infantry. We've already got the Elixir of Immortality. So let us go with... You know what? Actually, dropping the leadership on skeletons can actually do damage to them, can't it? Freaking skeletons out actually does quite a lot of damage. I'm actually tempted to go this, but Ushabti are just always so good. Fuck it, we'll do that.
A good servant.
He's not bad, is he? He's all right. He's all right. He's fine. Let's go Conqueror with him. And then our little Crypt Keeper, I'm going to go with... yeah, know that. There we go. Right. We need to take Qatar. I'm amazed that Belagar's down here. But I guess he was maybe heading for... I need to see if the dwarves actually like me, don't I? Little war declared there. Which is fine. Clan Mulder and Clan Gritus. Lots of war declared there.
This is my climate.
I think we're just gonna...
I deign to move.
I haven't... Oh, shit. There you are.
This is forbidden.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh, I knew you might be hanging around.
Settra the
Okay, we're going to have to...
My faith in you wanes.
You can probably take it in one turn. But then I think Settra can probably reach you. And then obviously, you know, tear out anything that you still have inside.
My father demands it. Advance!
God, you're so precious, aren't you?
All tales are mine!
Oh, it's Scarblood. Because I installed... Right, so I installed a mod for my Clan Moors campaign, which is my Patreon campaign. But I installed it after I started it to see if I could get Scarblood Tail, and I couldn't. But obviously, Clan Moors, because I started this campaign after I put the mod on, obviously has Scar, who is Quick's right-hand paw, as it were. Okay, so we need to deal with Numas even. We need to deal with Numas. King, whoever that guy is, he's heading down towards Kazabar. He might take it. He does have a War Kitty, which means he could attack the same turn, but Settra is moving north. That means we can take Qatar, and then we can crush him, so it's not really a huge problem. Meanwhile, it looks like Clan Moors is... They have... Is that their only army?
Speak that things.
Their strength rank 25, which isn't very strong. It's weaker than Karond Kar.
What?
And the goats of Pahuz. The fuck are you guys doing over here? You absolute lunatics. I don't think I've ever seen these guys do well. But they've apparently moved to Nagaron for some reason. I guess. Also, that's ruins. Do I trust that to be ruined, or is it Skaven? I'm thinking Skaven. How the hell are you there? That's insane. Okay, well, I guess that's something we'll have to worry about next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.